Good morning, children. Welcome back to your science class, grade 7. Today we are discussing a new chapter, chapter 18, heat energy transfers. So this is from your science checkpoint 3, page number 217. Heat energy transfer. Okay, children, already we learned different type of energy. Previous chapter we learned that. So now we are discussing heat energy transfer. How heat energy transfer from one substance to another. Also we are discussing how this heat energy transfer in between atoms of a substance from one atom to another atom. So we discuss this more in this chapter. Heat and internal energy. Okay, children, we are discussing this one first. Already you learned that everything in this world is made up of what? Yes, it is made up of matter. So, what are the three states of matter? Solid, liquid and gas. Okay. So, you learned that the arrangement of particles, the arrangement of atoms in solid, liquid and gas. In the solid, you know that they are vibrating. That means a small movement is here. So, they have also a energy but only less. So liquid particles have more energy when comparing to the solids. So the gases have more energy. They are moving more fast. They have more energy. This energy is the kinetic energy. So we are discussing what is the heat in a substance. So all the substance hold a heat. So the heat in a substance is a measure of the total kinetic energy of the atoms and molecules of the substance. If a substance, solid, liquid or gas, any substance, what is happening? Inside it has a kinetic energy. This total measurement of this kinetic energy of the atoms and particles, we can tell the heat. So the total amount of heat in a substance is it is related to its mass. How it is related to the mass of the substance? How the mass of the substance and heat related to each other? We can see in this here. Look at the picture. We can see here a large beaker and a small beaker. Here the large beaker contains a large amount of water. That means the particle in this substance holds large amount of heat. That means it has large amount of internal energy. So we have to give a large amount of heat energy from outside. Then only it will start to boil. So it will take more time and it need more heat energy from outside. Here see, here only less water. That means the internal energy less. And the particles holds water. Amount of heat is only less amount of heat. So if you are giving a small heat energy from outside, it will start to boil. That means it only need a heat amount of heat from outside only less. It will start boiling because only small amount. The mass depend on the amount of the heat. We can see here. So a large mass of a substance holds a larger amount of heat. It has more internal energy. A small mass of a substance holds a smaller amount of heat and less internal energy. Okay, so the large beaker contains more water and it needs more thermal energy or heat to reach 100 degrees Celsius. measuring the temperature of a substance. Okay, I want to measure the temperature of a substance. Example, water. Okay, I want to measure. How I will measure? Okay, I want something. I want a device. Which device I want? Okay, thermometer. Thermometer, a device used to measure the temperature that you already learned in previous class. So this is the thermometer. We can use the thermometer like this. We can put in the water and we can measure the temperature. Now I will show you what is happening when you are measuring the temperature of a substance. Here is the substance. You can see the substance and also the thermometer here. So here is the substance. This substance contains atoms, particles. Okay, we can see here. So what is happening here? Here you can see the movement, here less, here more, here faster the movements. When the substance get heat energy, what will happen? The kinetic energy of these particles will increase. So they get the more energy and these particles will move fast and they will hit the bulb of the thermometer. So what will happen? Inside the thermometer, which liquid is here? Yes, you know, mercury. So the atoms or particles of the mercury will move. It also will move because it gets energy from this and it will move. When it moves faster, what will happen? The liquid will rise in the tube. So we will get a temperature. What is the temperature we will get? So we can measure the temperature of the substance that is happening. How can we measure the amount of heat energy given to a substance? Okay, now we learned how we can measure the heat energy inside a substance. But now we want to measure what? How much heat energy we are giving to the substance. Because when you are using a burner or a gas stove, we don't know how much heat energy we are giving to the substance. We want to measure the heat energy, how much we are giving to the substance. So how we can measure? Measuring the amount of heat energy. How we can measure it? By heating the substance with an electric heater. So electric heater, you know, it is working with electricity. So we can measure the electricity. How we can measure this electricity? Okay, we can measure the electrical energy by using a joule meter. Joule meter is an instrument. We can use that instrument. So we can measure how much heat we give to the substance, because the electric heater we are giving here. So this electric heater make the substance heat. It will give the substance heat. So when the electric heater connected to a joule meter, we will get how much, the amount we will get from the joule meter. See, it will be like this. Here the liquid here, in this picture liquid here. So we want to know. So we are using a electric heater. This is the electric heater here. You can see. This is the electric heater. Okay, this is the electric heater we connected to the substance. So the substance will it will give heat to the substance. And now we can measure, when it connected to the joule meter, we can measure how much heat we give, how much electricity we give. So the electrical energy will be the electrical energy will be equal to the how much amount of heat we give to the substance. So we can measure like this. You can see in this another picture. See, here not a liquid, but we can see here a solid. It is an aluminium block. So this is here also heater is here. So what is happening here? Here also the same thing. Heater here. This is the heater. So heater connected to the joule meter. Joule meter is the device used to measure the electrical energy. So when we measure the electrical energy, here we get the electrical energy, how much we give. So we get how much heat we give the substance. So we can measure like this. The total energy of particles in a material depends on temperature, mass and type of substance. What is the type of substance? I will tell you children, water and metal. Example like water and metal. See, the water will take more time to boil, that you know. But a metal thing, if you are giving a little heat, what will happen? Fast it will get heat. So the type of the substance also will be depend on it. So a metal will be fast, metal will heat fast, okay, water will take little more time. So type of substance and mass, temperature, all these things related to the total energy of particles in a material. So I will ask you one question, very simple. Thermal energy. Which beaker of water has more thermal energy? You can compare the two beakers here, beaker A and beaker B. The temperature same, but B has more thermal energy. Why B has more thermal energy? Because B has twice the water. See, so that means the mass is more here, more mass here. That means internal energy will be more here, so it need more heat, so the total thermal energy will be more here. Here will be less, so only less when comparing the beaker A, less, so more thermal energy will be in beaker B.